Hi, if this is your first time here, welcome to my YouTube channel. Or if you're like me and you've been here before, welcome back. I'm Chaotic Curl, and in today's video, I'm actually going to be following inspiration that I've had since my previous project. So we're going to be seeing that mesh pattern again, but I'm going to be using it to make a little bag for my phone, which I'm actually recording on. But I did actually get started. I already have the front panel completed, and as you can see, it goes this way, so that way I can put a little pocket here. And like I said, we're just going to be continuing in that mesh. So in the back panel that I'm going to be making now with you guys, I'm actually just going to be making it all that mesh pattern, so we can go over how to make this pattern one more time just a bit more clearly. But that's what we're going to be doing today, so let's get started on this back panel. And actually, just before we get started, let's go over the materials that I'm going to be using as of right now. I'm going to be using stitch markers, which are going to be my little safety pins. I have my 5mm crochet hook, and I also have some leftover of that soft pink that I used in my Jasmin Stitch dress, which I will of course make sure to link down below, as well as the two-piece set. But I have that Yarn Bee Soft Secret in soft pink that I got from the Hobby Lobby. So we're going to be using that in this project as well. And I'm just going to be making the back panel with you guys. Like I said, it's going to be all that mesh pattern I used in my two-piece set. And I'm going to be making this strap with you guys as well. So that's what's going to be happening in this video. It's just going to be a quick little project, but hopefully it's going to be the right size. I measured out the front panel. Let's hope there's nothing weird happens and everything just works out well, so we can have a cute little burst at the end. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, so we're just going to get started by making a chain following the multiples of 7 plus 2 chains at the end. So I'm going to do 23, which is going to be 7 times 3 plus 2. Eight, 9. For this first row, I'm not going to make any additional chains. I'm just going to go right into that back loop of that stitch, and I'm going to do my first single crochet. Now the difference between this and in my cardigan two-piece video is that I did a half double crochet border, but I'm just going to do it single crochet in this one. And I'm going to single crochet all the way across the row until I make it back to my slip stitch. My slip knot. Okay, now we can get started on our stitch, and just so that you guys know, we added the extra 2 stitches so that way we could finish and begin each row with 2 double crochet. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to do my stacked single crochet turning chain and then a double crochet, chain 1 in the next stitch. Then we're going to skip a stitch from the chain, go into that next stitch with a double crochet, chain 1. Again, skip this stitch into the next stitch with a double crochet, chain 1. Chain 1. And then we skip this stitch, and in this next stitch we're going to put a double crochet, and right next to it another double crochet, this one with a chain 1. So we're restarting our pattern. We skip this stitch, go into the next one, double crochet, chain 1, skip this stitch into the next one with a double crochet, chain 1 as well, and then one more time skip this stitch into this one with a double crochet, and right next to it another double crochet, and we chain 1 with this one. We're restarting our pattern, and as you can see, we have the mesh, 3 mesh holes with 2 solid double crochet side by side so that it makes like a little box for the mesh. So I'm just going to continue this way until I make it to the end of the row, and like I said, you should be finishing with 2 double crochet at the end. See you guys there. Like I said, I've made it back to the end of the row, and I did finish off with 2 double crochet. So what I'm basically going to do for the next 2 rows is I'm going to repeat this same pattern. So I'm going to do 2 double crochet, or yes, 2 double crochet, chain 1, and just keep double crocheting on the double crochets and chaining the chains, so that way the mesh pattern develops a little more and the sides of the box also come back up. And I'll show you guys what it looks like once I've made it to the 4th row. So I'm going to do rows 2 and 3 the same way I did row 1. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm ready to start row 4, and in row 4 I'm just going to be double crocheting all the way across. So every stitch is going to get a double crochet, and that will be the end of our repeat. So what we're going to be doing for the rest of this, since I did build it up, let me get the one I finished. Okay, so we're just going to be repeating this one, or making them the same length. So as you can see here, I did make provisions for a pocket just so that it could have a solid back. But what I'm going to be doing is 1, 2, 3, 4 repetitions of this pattern, just so that I can build up to the same length as this front panel in the back panel. And I'm going to be doing it all mesh, like I said. So from here, I'm going to do my double crochet row, and then I'll start over again with the mesh with row 1. Here are all the pieces that I'm going to need in order to finish this little baggie that we're making. I have the back panel, which we started off together, the front panel with the space for the pocket, and of course the little pocket panel. Before I sew this panel onto the front panel, I'm actually going to single crochet the front and back panels together. So I'll show you guys how to do that. Then I'll go ahead, sew the pocket on, and then I'll come back and we'll make that strap together. So I'm ready to get started with attaching the sides, but of course I have to make my first stitch. Now I'm not going to chain anything. I'm just going to go straight into the top of that double crochet from the back panel all the way through it, and then I'm going to go into the last double crochet from the front panel at the top of that one as well. Yarn over and pull that loop through, and then of course do a single crochet. And of course from here I'm going to do another single crochet just around the stitches this time. And then I'll do another single crochet between the stitches, so in that little space that you can see there between the rows. And that's just how I'm going to keep going until I make it back to the other corner and have the front and the back panel connected. So I'm just going to keep single crocheting from here. So here it is. I was able to finish single crocheting all of the seams together except for the top, of course. I still haven't added on the pocket. I'm gonna get to that once I'm finished doing the strap. But for the strap, like I said I was gonna show you guys, I made sure once I finished single crocheting on the side to chain one. So what I'm actually going to do now is just come over to these first 3 stitches in the front, 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna just do a half double crochet inside of each one. Okay, and I just did that just to be able to establish where I'm going to be starting the strap. So now I'm actually not going to chain one. I'm going to turn it over, and now I'm going to do my single crochet turning chain, the stack single crochet, and then I'm going to work in double crochet until I get the strap over my shoulder and to the other side. So it's going to be like a crossbody bag, so I'll be going for a good amount of inches, about 18 inches around there. So I'm just going to be double crocheting until I reach that distance, and then once I make it so that this bag goes all the way over my shoulder and around my body and it lays where I want it to, I'll just come back and show you guys how I'm going to attach it onto the other side. So what I'm doing is starting the strap on the last 3 of the front row so that I can finish it on the opposite 3 of the back row. So that way I have a strap on each side like this. But of course I'll come back and show you guys once I'm ready to attach the other side of the strap. So I'll see you guys. Okay, so I reached a long enough point in the strap where I'm ready to attach it onto the bag now. So like I said, I'm going to go and attach it to the last 3 of the previous row, and I'm just going to go ahead and slip the stitch right into it. So I have this ready. I'm just going to chain 1, and then I'm going to go into the stitch from the panel, into the stitch from the strap, yarn over, and single crochet. Again, into the stitch from the panel, from the strap, yarn over, and single crochet. And that last one, a stitch from the panel, stitch from the strap, yarn over, and single crochet, and then we just chain 1, and I'll cut that off as soon as I have my scissors. But the strap is attached to the bag now. Okay, so now I'm actually going to go ahead, cut off my working yarn. sew in this end and go ahead and sew on the pocket, and I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's done. So here it is. It's the finished bag. I put my phone case inside just so we could get an idea of how big it is, but this is what it's looking like, and the little pocket in the front is the perfect size. This is just a gift card, but it's the perfect size for my credit card, ID, anything that I might need to put in there. So this is what it's looking like. It was super quick, super easy to make, and I'm definitely going to be making it in other colors, of course, but it was definitely fun to make as well. It didn't take up too much yarn, so it's definitely something you could make with scrap yarn. And I do love the pattern that I used, but of course if you don't want to use this pattern, you could make it with any pattern, any stitch that you'd like. It's still super easy and super fast to make. I love that I was able to make it, and I thank you guys so much for joining me in this week's video. I hope you guys had fun making your own. If you're not making one of these, whatever it is that you are making, I hope you had fun with it, and I hope to see you guys next time. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you can see the other videos that I have coming up, and don't forget to join me over on my Instagram at chaoticgirl_crafts. I'll see you guys over there. Bye.